Hey guys, so we do have here the M4 Aqua and we wanted to put it under the microscope here now that I've had it for a couple of weeks and see what the major failings of the device are. I do like doing these videos because it does bring out a lot of fanboys, but it has to be done at the end of the day. And you know, as you do, as the new phone kind of feeling wears off, you do notice some bad things about the device. You want to basically let other people know before they buy it so that they're more informed. And I think there are some certain drawbacks with this particular device that we can cover in this video. I think the major one that I've come across actually with this is summarized actually by this notification that you'll keep seeing as you're using the device. As you can see, it's saying to transfer to an SD because 85% of the storage is being taken up. This is a problem really with the 8 gig model, which I don't think Sony's actually made the 16 gig model available where I am, which they definitely should have, because at the end of the day, when you set this up, you'll find that you've only got about 2 gigs to play with, or 1.9 gigs or something like that, and it does make it really annoying trying to faff around, like installing the apps on the micro SD, moving data across, etc. I definitely think that 16 gigs should have been the baseline minimum here for the Xperia M4 Aqua. When you consider that the Xperia C4, which is another device, that actually comes with 16 gigs internal storage, as far as I'm aware. So the storage issue is definitely a fail about this device, which I don't enjoy. The other areas which I've been looking at actually on the device is the camera. Now the camera is a very solid effort, saying obviously it is a mid-range device. I'm not expecting the best one, but I have noticed on some of the comparisons I've been doing with other devices that it does struggle when it comes to the focusing, when it comes to the video recording. You may have noticed it as well when I compared against the A5. It was really struggling to focus, and the worst thing is that when you are kind of recording here and you want to focus on something, you might tap the screen to focus on it, but nothing will actually happen. There's no receptacle coming up confirming that it's focusing on it, and it does leave you a bit frustrated with the video experience. Now it's not so much an issue with the Z3 Plus, because the Z3 Plus is quite a lot faster to focus, but I think because this is more mid-range, it does struggle a little bit when it comes to that. Also, the Superior Auto mode isn't very good, like the Superior Auto mode on the Z3 Plus. Using it, I have found that it does tend to make images a little bit bluish and have some contrast issues. I think some of the professional reviews have actually picked that up as well. So I definitely recommend that you do use the device on the manual mode in general. But overall, you know, the camera is decent, but it could be improved, I think, for the next iteration. The next area that we can talk about here is the Snapdragon 615 inside of the device. Maybe this is more of Qualcomm's kind of fault here, but to me it just seems that the Snapdragon 615 isn't very solid when it comes to the performance compared to some of the equivalent kind of processors coming out from MediaTek and Intel as well. Like, I've done a quick comparison with the Zenfone 2, which completely stomps on the M4 Aqua when it comes to the app opening, and then you have like lower end handsets like the E4G with its MediaTek, and that was absolutely fantastic when it came to the gaming. But I have noticed with the Adreno in the Xperia M4 Aqua that it's not really that good when it comes to the gaming on the max settings, and also there is a substantial amount of heat that does come from the back here when you are kind of using it for prolonged periods. Not quite as bad as the Xperia Z3 Plus, which does tend to heat up a bit, or the HTC M9 kind of levels, but I do notice a bit of heat across quite a lot of the Snapdragon 615 devices, like the Xiaomi M4i as well. I do think Qualcomm is probably needs to do a bit better when it comes to its mid-range offerings here. You know, I'd have even liked Snapdragon 800, maybe a refurbished one. My G2 feels a little bit quicker still than these devices in day-to-day use. So moving on from that, the other issue which I have noticed about the device is to do with the speaker here. Now this speaker at the bottom, probably one of the weakest speakers I've actually come across in a phone. I did do a speaker test the other day, and the device didn't even get the meter up to 80, which I think the speaker is very poor here, and that's particularly bad for Sony, which is, you know, supposed to be the experts when it comes to sound quality. So, you know, the speaker on this is very naff, and it's not going to make you enjoy it whatsoever. And finally, I think the other main thing about this device is the kind of price here. Now, the price here where I am is about $200 for this device. Personally, I think it's slightly overpriced compared to what some other handsets you can buy with that price. I think most of it probably is you're paying for the name here. You know, I think for the 200 odd, you should be getting at least a full HD display and some higher specs around the table. You even got like a rumored device from like Xiaomi, which is going to be coming with a Snapdragon 820, and that's going to be quite competitively priced. Not to mention phones that are on the market now, like the Zenfone 2 and the Idol 3. Both of them coming with full HD displays. So I do think the handset is a bit overpriced. Yes, it's waterproof, which is very nice. Not many handsets do have that. But then again, I think you're sacrificing when it comes to the other areas a little bit. So those are my main issues with this device. As I said, it is a very solid device nevertheless. You know, I think that you should definitely wait for the 16 gig model whenever that does come out. Just do bear in mind that it is quite annoying, the storage issue. Yeah, just a quick little video here checking out the bad points of the M4 Aqua. Feel free to dislike the video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!